Hello once again. As you are already familiar with this name, with this face, I'm speaking with the name of the People's Movement for African Unity once again about the future of Africa. Here I want to speak about our mission statement, which reads, "Unite and transform Africa into world prominence, using the collective energy and resources of the people without depending on the sitting governments." That's a very powerful mission statement. In a world where every power and authority is given to governments, how are we going to build Africa without depending on the sitting government, and why? Why we are told not to depend on government is because the government of Africa had, as we have today, had a lifespan of 70 years. And that 70 years lifespan started from when we achieved the first truly independence of an African state, of Ghana, by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And if you check the 70-year period, from that very time, it will expire in the year 2027. And because all the government of Africa are not working with full power, they were not accorded full power because it's of imperialist composition, and it's not where the forces of life had put in place that Africa should be perpetually from the rest of their life. So the African state we see today, as created by European powers, is an interim. They are existing on an interim period. They are just a passerby period in our history. It's not the ultimate destination that God prepared for the continent. And because their time is fast expiring, they will all expire from 2027 onwards. That's why we are told to start the new Africa. That will gradually suck them up and move Africa to a greater height. If we are also going to look at political or at point of view from human sense, we will acknowledge that if African leaders are failing to harmonize themselves and agree on a single principle to carry the continent forward, how do you think that such people will give you the permission to go and build Africa? Because they've got ego, they've got pride of being presidents, but they actually don't know the position they occupy, that they are occupying a very inferior position in the history of the continent, which is going to expire soon. That's why we are told to start the new Africa from scratch, not depending on government. But it does not mean that people who are in government are not involved. No, we are all Africans, but we are not going to sit down and wait for government permission or to say, give me this or no. It's not like that. So such a mission statement, if you can analyze it very well, to unite Africa into world prominence without depending on the sitting government is something else. But using the collective energy, unite and transform Africa into world prominence, using the collective energy and resources of the people without depending on the sitting government, that's something else. It's a big task, but it's very, very simple. I say it's very, very simple because today in Africa, we are no longer going to confront the raw imperialist forces that stops us from doing what we want to do for ourselves. That area in our history has been done by our predecessors, our forefathers, Nkrumah and Patrice Lumumba, Sekou Touré and Nelson Mandela, Robert Sobukwe, Mugabe, them and Kenneth Kaunda. Those areas has been sorted out. They have done the basic preparation. So today in Africa, we are actually free. We are in paradise in regard to carrying the project of uniting Africa. So we are not even anticipating any interruption. Of course, when something new comes, people will question it, but we are not expecting interruption or military or police harassment because those areas have been solved. It's about taking Africa forward. And remember what the mission statement said: using the collective energy and resources. I hope you understand what energy means. Energy is not just physical energy. The mind consciousness of all Africans must be involved. So the mind consciousness means that we are going to take up activities of startling effect. I say startling effect, the activities that will awaken the mind and consciousness of Africans in all categories to pay attention to this great moment in our history. We will do things that were not normally done. Meaning we cannot respect all aspects of the law. We will be doing things, but we are not doing it to show arrogance or disturb. We are doing it for the purpose of arousing that very attention. Wherever it goes, that attention must be awakened. To wake up. So when we rise, you may be hearing us trying to, we not just trying to, we are going to close this. Most of the Double Becky foundations will be shut down. Jacob Zuma foundations will be shut down. J.J. Rollins Foundation will be shut down. Khalimam Atlantic Foundations will be shut down. Nelson Mandela Foundation will be shut down. If we are not doing it, we are not going to do it to show arrogance. We want to extract the best of all attention, the mind concentration of our leaders, all of them. Most of the activities they engage in will be shut down, whether anybody like it or not. So that we will have the full concentration. That is when we are going to extract the most powerful of their mental energy and get them involved. Because you build a nation with people's conscious energy, not just to go and throw money and go and sleep. Money, anybody can, we can even print money. People can print money and give you. Money is the paper. It's not about coming to make donation. It's about the mind consciousness. We will be carrying on some activities that are not expected to be carried on. The Pan-Africanist Parliament also will be shut down. The African Union will be shut down. I'm letting you know now, so you don't sit down and say, I've got a job in African Union. So begin to prepare your future, because the African Union also in the spiritual world is already dead and cancelled. We advise you to stop putting your money in that thing, because it's a waste of thing. It's a waste of money and resources. It won't take Africa anywhere, and they are not empowered. It is part of the organization of the interim period, the caretaker period. All of them are going down. Don't waste your time and resources saying you are donating to African Union or you are making this and that. It's a waste of time, because it will shut down. Don't sit there and say I'm employed. Start now finding your way, because you will be dismissed without financial compensation. Don't sit down here and say you are working in Pan-Africanist Parliament because you are going without any financial compensation. Start now and prepare your future somewhere. Whether it's the Thabo Mbeki you are working for Thabo Mbeki Foundation or Jacob Zuma Foundation, please, it will be in your best interest to start finding your way, find alternative for your life, because those things will be shut down. If you are part of the businessmen who are sponsoring those organizations, those foundations of what in Ghana or Olusegun Obasanjo Foundation, it will be in your best interest to use their money, begin to prepare to industrialize Africa than wasting your money for those nonsense, because all of them are going down. They will be shut down, whether anybody like it or not. And we are not apologetic about that. But it's not like we want to show arrogance. No, we want a full, according to our command, we must have the full concentration, the mind consciousness of African leaders to be Africa. That is why they say using the collective energy, and so the collective energy. So we are starting from those big guys on top, them, and then we come down to the ordinary people. We'll start from them. Most of the things they are engaged in business that can be distracting to them will all be shut down, to all be brought down, so that we have the full concentration. It is from there that you extract the best of all energy to be able to make Africa solid, because the nation is built with mind consciousness, not just to sit down here and then you get carried away. And to the ordinary citizens of Africa, we will orchestrate activities of startling effect. We won't allow people to sleep easy. We will startle the society, make everybody, when you wake up, you know that Africa exists. Most of us here don't even know about Africa. You will be surprised. One day in 2008, when I went to the Department of Housing in Johannesburg here, met one South African lady, 28 years old girl who is working in the Department of Housing. There is no way, according to South African criteria, why such person cannot obtain grade 12 before working in the department. But such lady was asking me that she wanted to go to United States of America, and then she was asking me if I reach Nigeria, how much is the taxi fare to go from Nigeria to US. A 28 years old girl with matric, don't even know African geography, asking me how much is the taxi when if I reach Nigeria, and then how much is the taxi I'm gonna use from Nigeria to go to US. Tells you, I don't know the type of education we are getting in Africa. We don't even know our geography. It's not only the lady. Many Nigerians you see in South Africa here came because they wanted to go to England. They showed them map, they told them this is East London, the one we find in southern tip of Eastern Cape or Western Cape or whatever. They call it East London. They showed them, no, once this is the London you want to go, this is the East London. Once you go, you just take a taxi, cross to the main London, then in UK, then that's it. They eat their money, take money, make South African visa, tell them that London and South Africa is near, you just have to cross with a taxi fare, then they come. Most Nigerians in South Africa came here because of they wanted to go to UK. Then it tells you the type of fake education we are getting. In the 21st century, many Africans don't even know about the geography of this continent. The only thing nowadays that helps to even make people know, especially in South Africa here, to make them even know about the existence of some other countries, is when the African Cup of Nations is being played. Where they see it's being played, Togo is playing with Bafana, or Equatorial Guinea is hosting with Gabon. That's the only time they even know that social thing is existing. Our people don't know anything about this continent. Nothing in the majority. They can't even tell you how many states and the geographical locations of social states. Most of them don't even know. In South Africa here, most people don't know what is ECOWAS. Many of them don't even know what is SADC and what it means. In 21st century, and we waste thousands of money paying school fees. I don't know what we are getting at the school and what we are being taught there. So we are going to be taking activities of certain effect to awaken people, to make people know that Africa do exist. It's from there we are going to extract the consciousness to build the continent. Because consciousness is the energy. The human spirit is working with consciousness. We don't want absent-minded citizens anymore in Africa. So please be aware that the African Union is going down. Don't sit down there. Don't waste your money there saying you are sponsoring, contributing. That thing is dead. It's already dead. The spiritual world is gone. Don't waste your money with those things. We advise you that if you want to go that way, it's fine. You can go and waste your money until the new Africa arrives. Those things will be taken over by the federal government of Africa as soon as you come up. So we advise you to please prepare yourself, prepare your mind, and we are coming soon. We will rise, and the federal government of Africa will be very, very successful. We will install it. Let me not talk longer than necessary here. I thank you for listening to me, and we advise you to go to YouTube, log on to the Purpose Movement for African Unity, and see some of our other messages. Analyze it to the best of your ability and understand where we are going and where we are coming from. Thank you, and may God bless you.